Welcome back to Fox and Friends. Right now, Israeli forces prepare to attack Gaza by air, land, and sea. Meanwhile, here at home, pro-Palestine protests are breaking out across college campuses as now UPenn donors demand leadership resign for hosting a Palestinian Writers' Festival last month. Speakers at the event had called for death to Israel. Our next guest graduated from UPenn, and she's speaking out against her school. Elizabeth Pipko is a Jewish model and activist, and she joins us now. Elizabeth, it's so wonderful to have you here with us today. So usually when atrocities are committed and war breaks out, college campuses become the center of the peace movement. In this case, we're seeing protests erupt, but they're not calling out the atrocities and they're not calling for peace. What do you make of this? And how have you wrapped your head around what's happening on college campuses, seeing that you were there not too long ago yourself?
Yeah, thanks for having me, first of all. You said that they're not advocating for peace. It's actually worse than that. These students are not just standing against Israel, which is one of our strongest allies and which would be terrible enough, but they're actually standing with, in solidarity with, as they say, Hamas, a terrorist group, which we know would probably do the exact same thing to these students' families that they unfortunately did in Israel on October 7th to Israeli families. I think donors to these institutions, I think parents who send their kids to these institutions, I think professors at these institutions need to take a very, very hard look in the mirror, think about what they've done wrong, and reverse course immediately before it's genuinely too late.
Yeah, you know, we had earlier in the week some Wall Street people who were saying, listen, I want to know the names of these protesters. I don't want to hire them. But the irony, as you point out, is that many of these people are the same people who donate to these universities, and they have not demanded in exchange for those donations any kind of reform in terms of the indoctrination that's happening on campus. Because as you know, Elizabeth, so much of the language that we're hearing from these young protesters, many of them who know nothing about that conflict at all, to be fair. But the language is wrapped in so much of the Marxist language that we hear about oppressors versus oppressed.
Right. The language is really, really hostile. I think people don't realize how Jewish students are feeling on campuses across America. I'm furious as an American, furious as a Jew, as a former, student at UPenn just a few months ago. I was at one of their graduate schools, and I'm furious as a daughter of immigrants from the former Soviet Union who fled anti-Semitism that looked very similar to this. You mentioned this festival at the university. I think it's important to note that many organizations, including the ADL, tried to stop the festival from happening. They mentioned the dangers of this festival, and they did not mention that anyone really stood up and wanted to change their mind after we saw it. No one learned, clearly, and we're seeing almost worse language today at these protests regarding Israel than we saw back at that festival a few weeks ago.
Yeah. Elizabeth, thanks for joining us and sharing your story.